Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game, he talked to me about the importance of this young running back. Just a freshman, he has continued to showcase his talent. They gave him an opportunity early in the season, and they have been rewarded. He continues to shine and be very productive at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to keep you posted on how he plays here in the first quarter. They're feeding him early and often. He's in the script. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Dogs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he made the extra point without problem. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jenkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the wide receiver. Going with the ground game left. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed.
Here's a little room there. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Keelan Russell, under fire. He's taking the shot. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Makes the grab in their space. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defense is sitting back on 3rd and long.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around. He's really proven to be a great back.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to...
Going for it all. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the first down. In the red area, it's Frazier. There's a crease. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try it over the left side. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing Russell. Scrambling away. On the run deep down the right side. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. He'll try it again. There's some room. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Russell on play action. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Goes high to pull it in. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Creates a little space. Breaks into just steamrolling the defense. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Handoff to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Russell makes the grab. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Fireworks aplenty in this first quarter, and these two teams put up some numbers as we look at the stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll run the counter. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Georgia going up tempo. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
And they'll spread receivers all over the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Keelan Russell. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Makes the catch. It's Frazier. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
On 1st down, Nate Frazier. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Frazier. Makes it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. This time it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Handoff for Frazier. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody else.
Maybe some room here. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And we saw it last week. This guy's got big play ability. I mean, he can make those big plays, and now you see it again, man. Over 100 last week, looking to go over 100 this week, and this is why. You hand him the football, he makes enormous plays, chews up a ton of yards, and really catapults this offense.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. After the penalty backs him up, it's 3rd and 5. Throwing Russell. He's got it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Takes it in. Touchdown tie.
That play right there may take a year off of the head coach's life. He thought his offense was going in for an easy score. They fumbled it. Could have been a disaster, but very lucky to pounce on it, and they get the touchdown regardless.
And they tacked on the extra point. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Wiley. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Cyclones sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field.
The victory gets this team to...
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. They'll give it to him again. Picks up the first down. Might have a chance. 10. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. From the red zone, it's Keith. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat. And right now, he's given this defense all they can handle.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner. Georgia going up tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to...
There he goes! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Frazier again. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Here's a give to Frazier. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive. They're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense, knocking that one away.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. He's got it on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Dogs!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. On the ground, it's Hill. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now on the move. Got enough for the 1st. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Running inside the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So 1st down will open up the final period. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled.
Snags it, and he's open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game.
He's going for the big play. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Going the other way, and he's he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Grabbed behind the line, it's Keith. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long.
Looking for a huge play. He's got it down the left side. Runs through a man, and he might have space. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Jenkins. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Russell, here comes the heat. Got his man, smacks him with the stiff arm. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons